And you live here in Kukësin?
Yes, I do. Since July, and I want to live here the rest of my life. Everybody has money, and they forget respect. They forget family. Oh yes, meer pabesueshme, meer menaxhohet. But I have Mr. Google translate with me, and that helps now. Everybody in there says, no, get out. God led me here.
And what is your name?
My name is Tom.
And you live here in Kukësin?
Yes, I do. Since July, and I want to live here the rest of my life.
Why?
Because Kukës is respect, and respect is lost in America. When I was young, I was born in a community like this in the mountains, and there was respect. Now it is gone. Everybody has money, and they forget respect. They forget family. Enough is enough. We don't need more and more and more. We should see the difference between Kukës and Canada and America and England.
How did you find Kukës?
God led me here. I have lived with poor people for 30 years, and that was in Central and South America. And it got too hot for me. And a friend told me about coming to Albania and meeting Muslims, and I've always wanted to live with Muslims, but it was too hot. And he said, Albania. I said, oh my, cooler and Muslims. And I knew that that was God, where God wanted me. I got the first cheap flight to Tirana, and I asked, where's the poorest place in Albania? They said, Kukës. I went to Kukës. And God gave me the desire of my heart, people and a climate, everything like I would love before I go to heaven.
So you live here alone?
Yes, well, not alone. I'm with you and with Çfarëdo and all my friends here. Many, many friends.
How old are you?
I'm 79. Or I'd like to tell people I'm old enough to know better.
So how do you feel to live here, and how you connect? Are you connecting with the people here in Kukësin?
You know, I've always lived with people that don't read or write, and I don't learn languages easy, but I know that people understand things of the heart, and especially when you work together. When you work together, you somehow learn about each other. And when I sit down and have coffee with people, usually someone will speak English there, but I have Mr. Google translate with me, and that helps now.
Is there any word you learn in Albanian?
Oh yes, meer pabesueshme, meer menaxhohet, little things like that. But my head is full, and when I push in an Albanian word, everybody in there says, no, get out. At least I like to think that way. I'm not losing my mind.
What is your opinion for Albanians? Now that you know Albanians here.
Well, the problem in Albania, like all the rest of the world, is people think that there is no God, he is dead. And they've been thinking that for too long. And so they act the way they want to act. And it's always a problem because everybody thinks that his way is the best in the world. Hitler thought that his way was the very best. He didn't think it was evil. But when we don't do things God's way, we all go like this. So my purpose here is to have people look for God, and especially to look to Jesus Christ. God is the person who respects when people want to know him. And that's all that's required. I can't make anybody a Christian. God has to do that. I just want to give the evidence, and that's simple. And to be your friend. Your friend.
So you choose to live here?
Yes. Thank you very much.